was on my way to Chuck E. Cheese with my wife and kids when a Twitter notification popped up that said TMZ reporting that Kobe Bryant had died in a helicopter crash. Unlike most people, I was, oh, it's a joke. It's no way that's real. It just sounds like a bad dream. And a little bit of time went by and more news outlets reported on it, making it feel more and more real. It's just crazy. Now, a little bit about me for those who don't know. I am a gigantic sports fan. More specifically, Boston, because that's where I'm from. So, you know, Patriots, Red Sox, Bruins, and of course, Celtics. So when Kobe was playing, I wasn't the biggest fan of him because oftentimes he'd be kicking my team's ass. Such a great player. And when I heard the news yesterday, it was just like one of those, hold your family close to you, hold your friends close. Because life is fragile. No matter how much money you have or fame, at the end of the day, we're all human. And we're all susceptible to horrific accidents. It's just scary and sad. Dare I even say depressing. Could only imagine people close to him how they feel with this news. And that's just Kobe Bryant. Not to mention his daughter. The other, 9 people total? So 7 other people losing their lives and the families connected to them. And what I was reading about, one of the more safe helicopters out there with a pretty good track record based off of the military Black Hawk helicopter. I'm not one that knows helicopters very well, but from my initial research on it seemed like a pretty damn good helicopter. So I also heard that the police yesterday morning when it happened had grounded all their flights prior to the accident because it was foggy in LA. So he was on his way to a basketball game for his daughter. This is crazy. And then here's the thing, like, yeah, this doesn't exactly have a tremendous amount to do with video games, but I will get to that eventually in this video because there is something I do want to talk about with that. But the news reports, and more specifically one outlet yesterday, was isolating how Kobe Bryant lost his life and then pretty much immediately after it brought up his rape allegations. It's a soft spot. It's a very delicate issue. And it's one of those things that has divided a lot of people on how they're supposed to react to Kobe losing his life. He was an incredible basketball talent on the court. And after an incident a while back, was it in the early 2000s? He seemed to be repairing the damages as best he could in his life. And I mean, the guy just lost his life, and we're gonna be talking about rape allegations with the guy. That was a civil trial. It wasn't even a criminal. It was settled out of court. This is frustrating to me that this is what the country's become, where that's what we talk about now when someone loses their life is, oh, let's find out all the bad thing they've done, all the bad things they've done in their life, bring those to the forefront, For what? To humiliate him? Like, I don't get it. Like, it's not like he was like a mass murderer like Aaron Hernandez, convicted. But clearly the man made some mistakes, and I'm not here to defend him or anything like that. I just, can we let the situation breathe a little bit? Can we maybe not jump on that angle that everyone already knows about with him? Maybe that's just me. I definitely do see the other side of the story. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to act like it's a one-way street here. But holy crap. Just the way that this is being portrayed in the media right now. It's just sad. Like, as a society, this is what we've come to. The guy lost his life in a tragic accident. And news stations out there just can't wait to bring up anything negative they can find on someone the second that someone loses their life. I mean, there's still smoke in the hillside right now. It's still happening. Like, it's an active investigation. Like, the metal is still hot. Other thing I wanted to talk about was Kobe Bryant was in a few different video games, specifically with his name on them. NBA Courtside, featuring Kobe Bryant, or Kobe Bryant's NBA Courtside, whatever, and the sequels. It started on the N64 and went from there. He's had his share of video games and spotlight in the video game arena. And I was thinking yesterday, after the tragedy, like, how can we do something? I just feel so helpless, you know? Such a tragic situation. I thought it'd be cool if we could get Kobe in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as a playable character. That'll probably never happen. Not because he's an NBA player and not a video game character, but like I was talking about, those rape allegations that have followed him and seem to be highlighted by the media right now, vilifying him. Like, the guy was on a helicopter flight with his daughter for her basketball game. He turned his life around by all accounts. Yet, even in his death, still suffering the consequences of his actions forever. And like I said, I see both sides of it. I just think it's really sad. For me, Kobe will be remembered as one hell of a basketball player, one hell of a competitor. Somebody who would never lose. He would do whatever it took to win in every walk of life. And I think that's admirable. I think too often society gets filled with these ideas that everyone should get medals, everyone should win, and you don't need to put the work in to get there. And I look at Kobe as proof as someone who put the work in, had the talent, had the abilities given to him at birth that allowed him to be as successful as he was with the work ethic that he put into everything. He's 41 years old. That's 3 years older than me. That's crazy. That's crazy. Way too young. Way too young. I was watching the Celtics game yesterday on ESPN, and they both had, it was against the Pelicans at the beginning of the game. They both had 24-second violations to start it off in honor of number 24. Heard Mark Cuban tweet that nobody on the Mavericks will ever wear number 24 again. And Kobe never even played for the Mavericks. Like, that's how much of an impact this guy made to the NBA and to the fans. I mean, hell, I focus on video games in this channel, and I just had to give my say on what's going on with Kobe in my personal life, because I feel like it's a very sad situation, but also an interesting dynamic on how it affects every single person out there differently. How we prop up celebrities, how we prop up these people to make them more important than other people. It's all interesting to me. The whole situation is terrible. And you wonder what kind of mark this is going to leave going forward. The impact on the league. If they consider changing the NBA logo. If they consider doing something in honor of Kobe going forward. Not because a man lost his life, but because it was cut short so early. This sucks. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like make a video to drag everyone down. It's just sometimes the reality of life is not always roses.